Shit, it's been 2 years since I read that shit.
Go watch the original video for context because it is hilarious. But also, I kind of agree with him. So, we saw how that played out, right? Eren said, hey, I went over there to see what they were talking about. I investigated the other side. I didn't just write them off, right? My anger was in my heart. But I said, you know what? After what happened, these are people too. I need to go see these people. I need to go be around them. I need to see for myself. And he saw that they saw people like him like devils. They weren't human. They were being persecuted even where he went to go see. It literally turned into a situation of, if I do nothing, we will lose. Even if I do a little bit of something, they'll just retaliate, we will lose. If I wipe out mostly everyone, we still might lose in the long run because people are going to have kids. They're going to teach them about what happened. Like, it might never stop. So the solution was, you know what? We're going to take out as many people as we possibly can. This was Eren's decision making. Now, we know that, right? We saw that happen. The other side of this that we know that I'm going to talk about that would sound crazy as fuck to everyone else in the show that wasn't like in Eren's inner circle is the fact that all of this was kind of preordained, right? Eren has been acting off of the visions he got from his future self and his past self through the Attack Titan this whole time. After, you know, he got touched by Historia. That sounds fucked up, but yeah. So imagine you have the future in your brain and you hope maybe if I do something else, maybe it'll be different. Because you have two futures. The one where I do nothing and they come for us and I go live on a farm in Mikasa and we just hide out until eventually they come and find us. Or maybe I live out the rest of my Titan life and before and then Mikasa has to survive without me, right? Or I do what I'm doing right now. I go and I push for this and I follow along the path and I want to see if anything changes. But everything is going according to his visions. Imagine you saying, I don't want to have to do this to this guy. But in my vision, if I don't do that, he does it to me. In my vision, if I don't do that, he's going to do this to me and everyone like me. That's almost assured. And then when I ask him, he says, that's what I want to do to you and everyone like you. So you're going to like, I have to now follow him on this path. This is the path I have to go on, the path of survival. And to say that I foreseen it has to be crazy. It has to be crazy. Like, I'm doing this because I'm following in my own footsteps of the future me. The one that's going to wind up essentially giving up his life to save the world. As opposed to me fighting for all my people. As opposed to me hating the other side. I'm going to make everybody hate me. Which will unite both sides, even temporarily. From visions from the future, this man, to a certain extent, felt like he didn't have much of a choice. He was desperately looking for ways for this to not turn out that exact way. Imagine finding that you have to sacrifice your life and you're going along this path. The other path is just you just living out the next 5 years on a cabin with the girl you love, and then you have to think about how her and everyone you know has to survive after that, right? Even though you know war's coming. So you don't want to do that, right? We saw that in the finale. A lot of people missed that. That was the what if I didn't do these things timeline. So you're praying, you're hoping, you're observing, you're listening to the Tybers, you're listening to people talk. You're like, maybe they're not as bad as they thought. Maybe I can stop this. Maybe if I go over there and investigate, maybe if I get close to these people, maybe if I infiltrate, I can find out a way to avoid this, right? Because the difference was that Zeke did not have this future sight. He just thought of a plan that would sacrifice everyone like him in a year's time to preserve everyone else's prejudice and anger. Eren's like, I didn't grow up on the other side like you did. I'm sorry, you gave up your fucking parents. You don't talk to me. Eren said I wanted a revolution for real from the jump. Y'all knew what the fuck I was about. Y'all saw it, and now when it's real and it's happening, now you're scared. Now, oh, you've gone too far. It wasn't going too far when you lost your family. It wasn't going too far when it was attacking us at camp. It wasn't going too far when we lost our entire town. We only have 3 cities and we're losing them fast to this Titan enigma that we find out is manufactured. We are being treated like prisoners on an island, and you telling me that I'm doing too much, I'm going too far. This whole shit fucked up. The king fucked up on my side, Paradise, Marley on the other side. Everyone gotta go. Like, some people really don't understand, like, that's what it looked like for real when you do a revolution. Sometimes everyone gotta go. I hate to say that shit, because imagine if you found out that you had to die. You was gonna do all of this, and then you were gonna get the fuck up out of here, and everyone's gonna look at you like the octopus from Watchmen, right? And you didn't want to do that. You want to live out with your friends, but you know that's not possible. You kept trying the different ways, and it wasn't possible. So you like, damn, I have to. If I don't do this, this definitely happens. So maybe I'll go on this path, and if the choice is up to me, maybe I can make a different choice. But everyone else is making the choices that you saw in your vision, so you have to respond in kind. You was like, maybe if they never said, we're going to double down on attacking Paradise, I wouldn't have had to transform into a Titan and eat that motherfucker. Maybe I wouldn't have to body the Warhammer Titan. Maybe if they cooled out, this wouldn't have happened, because the other alternative was me leaving people alone. But they didn't want to leave us alone. A lot of people say he went too far, but honestly, again, like I said, let's say you did just one country. The rest of them are already going to attack. Let's say you did just a country that you wanted to attack. The rest of them would be fucking with you out of fear. And eventually they're going to try and come for you anyway, or steal your power. Like, it all... it's wild. It's wild, and technically the Titans are weapons of mass destruction, and so they're treated as such. Just that one of the people that has access to the power said, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this arms race. Fuck this nuclear arms race that y'all trying to get back the Titan and add to military power. And it was all about politics half the time, right? People forget season 2. Politics. Fuck all that shit. Our lives are at stake. Just like in America now, our lives are at stake while y'all sitting at y'all desk arguing over fucking pieces of paper. People are literally dying out here. So yeah, I don't think Eren went too far, because when you think about it, if that was you and you knew for a fact this can happen, this is the path that can happen, and it's based upon other people's hate for you, and you tried your best to avoid it, and every single instance that you could, you went to go observe, and everyone else made the same choices that they was going to make anyway. They're going to come after you, they say to come after you. They want to take you and your whole family out, they will say it. They'll double down on it. They'll prepare for it. And you want to act like, oh no, maybe there's another way. He waited until the last possible moment. How long was he writing letters back home? He was observing for a long time. And it just broke him. He's like, there are innocent people here that just got built up and raised in this fucking prejudice. And unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of treating them like they're innocents right now, because I wasn't innocent. My entire family, everyone that I know, wasn't innocent. That didn't matter. So why should it matter now? We're thinking about it from the perspective of everybody else, and I'm like, yeah, imagine the whole scene of the rumbling, trampling over lives across the world, is echoed in the very first episode. Motherfuckers was minding their business, and war came to them. Death came to them. They were already hiding, right? The situation they were in was built around that concept, and they grew up none the wiser because of the actions of the king. So even worse so, the people overseas having somewhat of an idea about this shit. People who lived in Paradise had no idea, and it came for them. So yeah, you get what you give out, and the world wanted to give it out, and they got it back. That's what I'm standing on. I'm sorry.